It's not often that a tax and risk person get to work together, so I know there's lots of tax changes going on, but can you tell us how having a risk perspective could help organizations?
Yeah, that's a great question, Colin. And as a risk leader working across a number of different industries, I know the impacts of non-compliance. The financial and reputational ramifications can be huge. And it really highlights the need for collaboration between risk and tax. When we dive into the tax requirements, managing the obligations of these requirements not only creates a bigger set of foundational issues, it really exposes the capacity constraints and the need to modernize tech and processes.
Well, there's a lot of doom and gloom there coming from the risk guy. Could you maybe tell us about some upside?
Yeah, with all risk comes reward. I think the organizations that best understand it know that these regulatory requirements are in place to strengthen the organization and to build upon it. In our latest global study, only 40% of our clients saw this as an opportunity to really embrace the change and embrace new processes, tech, and people changes. But Colin, what are your thoughts around some of the tax changes?
It's funny, there's a lot of these tax changes. We call them the tax tidal wave. There's so many of them, and they've really put a lot of stress on the tax function. And so they're looking for help both inside their organization and outside their organization. When you think of one of the rule changes, like mandatory disclosure rules, require an organization to report on transactions they're involved in. Well, how is someone in the tax function gonna know about what people in other parts of their business are actually doing? It's gonna take a lot of coordination outside the tax department. So how can we take some of these concerns and learn to turn compliance into a scenario where we can actually thrive in this kind of regulatory world?
And I think you hit the nail on the head, right? It all depends on the collaboration. It's not just one function going at these regulatory requirements by themselves, but really engaging the right stakeholders, the right tech, and the right processes along the way. What we've seen with the marketplace is that the leaders are harnessing the power of technology, managed services, and really building up the capacity to address and adapt to these regulatory changes quicker.
So all of this and more is discussed below in the article. Please scroll down to read more.